Hello, Ironworkers. I want to recognize your outstanding president, Walt Wise, and all of you who work so hard for American workers. This country was built by ironworkers, and you've kept America strong ever since. But it hasn't always been easy, especially over the last decade. Times are tough for a lot of folks in this country, including many of your members. And that's why I'm focused every day on helping working folks and middle-class families like yours get ahead, because that's how America is going to get ahead. Over the last 17 months, we've added more than 2 million private sector jobs. We passed a Recovery Act that included strong support for Davis-Bacon and Buy America, and made sure other countries are honoring our trade laws. We repealed the ban on project labor agreements and encouraged federal agencies to use PLAs on large-scale construction projects. And we're also working to improve our nation's infrastructure and boost manufacturing here at home. Along with my Secretary of Labor, Hilda Solis, the daughter of a union member herself, I've also stood with you to fight back against attacks on unions and protect and enforce the laws that give workers a voice. But as much progress as we've made, it's clear that our economy is not growing fast enough. And that's why, as president, I will not rest until every American who wants a good job can get one. Every family can feel a sense of security, and anyone who wants to join a union can do so. The road ahead isn't going to be easy, but I know with the help of the ironworkers and working Americans everywhere, we can make progress together. Thanks. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.
Hello, brothers and sisters. We have 1 week to Election Day, an election which will prove the most important in many of our lifetimes. What happens on November 6th can affect your lives going forward as to your ability to make a living and the very existence of your union. We need your help to ensure that on November 6th, we elect President Obama and candidates who can help us gain market share, provide better opportunities for our members, and improve our standard of living.
It's always an honor to be with folks who get up every day and work real jobs. Unions like yours made sure that everybody had a fair shake. Everybody had a fair shot. You helped build the greatest middle class that we've ever seen. You believe that prosperity shouldn't be reserved just for a privileged few. It should extend all the way from the boardroom all the way down to the factory floor. There was a time where we would never accept the notion that some other country has better roads than us, that some other country has better airports than us. I don't know about you, but I'm chauvinistic. I want America to have the best stuff. We can do it. We've done it before. And the truth is, the only way we can do it on a scale that's needed is with some bold action from Congress. They're the ones with the purse strings. That's why over the last year, I've sent Congress a whole series of jobs bills to put people to work, to put your members back to work. Again and again. I've said, now's the time to do this. Interest rates are low, construction workers are out of work, contractors are begging for work, and the work needs to be done. Let's do it. And time after time, the Republicans have gotten together and they've said no. Republicans in Congress would rather put fewer of you to work rebuilding America than ask millionaires and billionaires to live without massive new tax cuts on top of the ones they've already got.
Greetings, brothers and sisters. As General President Wise stated, we are 1 week from a very important presidential election. As a union ironworker, I've been voting in presidential elections since 1968, and I have seen firsthand just what happens with the change of administrations. When we get a friendly administration in there, it usually makes for plenty of work for ironworkers, and it usually makes for plenty of union work for union ironworkers, simply because the administrations that are friendly to the union understand the value of decent wages and benefits. I've also seen the effects of administrations that weren't so friendly to union iron workers, when we had a hard time maintaining any amount of work during boom times with bad administrations. That's what makes it so important to understand the difference between the candidates. It affects your wages, it affects your benefits, and if you listen to some of the rhetoric going on out there, it's going to affect your ability to even belong to a union if the wrong results come out of this election. So please understand what's at stake and make sure you make informed, educated choices. And a special note to you retirees out there, please don't think that you've gone away from the union because you've retired or the union has gone away from you. Neither case is true. You're still part of the union and the union is still part of you. And please understand that if the wrong people get in office, that your pension check can disappear just as quickly as it appeared.
If I become President of the United States, I will curb the practice we have in this country of giving union bosses an unfair advantage in contracting. One of the first things I will do, actually on day one, is I will end the government's favoritism towards unions in contracting on federal projects and end project labor agreements, and I will fight to repeal Davis-Bacon.
Hello, brothers and sisters. My name is Eric Dean, General Secretary for the Ironworkers. Many of you that don't know, I'm an Illinois native. I've had the pleasure of seeing Barack Obama as a state senator, a U.S. senator, and now president. And I can tell you after one term, he has demonstrated the ability to represent and listen to what working families and labor unions need. I need you to go to the polls with your family and vote pocketbook issues that affect your daily life as far as your workplace goes and your labor union. Social issues may be important to you, but not as important as your paycheck. Mitt Romney is after our union and your paycheck. He's demonstrated it in speech after speech where he has no friend to organized labor and he's willing to undo PLAs, Davis-Bacon Act, and promote national right to work. He's no friend. President Obama is the clear choice in this election. Thank you for your time.
Please.
You say to Governor Perry and others who criticized you yesterday for not taking a position on the collective bargaining rights bill in Ohio?
Oh, I'm sorry if I created any confusion in that regard. I fully support Governor Kasich's, I think it's called Question 2 in Ohio. Fully support that. Actually, on my website, I think back as early as April, I laid out that I support Question 2 and Governor Kasich's effort to restrict collective bargaining in Ohio in the ways he's described. So I fully support that.
Brothers and sisters, we've given you a great deal of information about opposing candidates' views, where they stand on the issues that's important to you as a union ironworker to be able to earn a living for you and your family. But now's the time to talk to each other ironworker to ironworker. We need your help. Your union needs your help. Because if we fail in this election, we will be targeted to be eliminated. 116 years of history, down the drain. That can be the result of an unfavorable administration. Not to mention what it will do to you and your family's lives, your ability to make a living. You give us the opportunity to have a level playing field, to have a favorable administration, and we will be able to deliver better jobs, and more opportunities for union ironworkers. That's why we're asking for your help. Don't let us down, brothers and sisters.